Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, talking about the Houston Rockets, Porter Jr. and Christian Wood. This video is bad for them if they see it, which they probably won't. But
They're definitely going to see it. Christian Wood follows us, dude.
okay, yeah, sure. But it says here, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard it on Instagram, Twitter, wherever, Facebook, that these people have been suspended for a couple games and for bad behavior. They had poor behavior against the loss to the, or actually they had poor behavior against the Denver, and they got suspended for the game against the 76ers a couple of days later, and they got destroyed. So I don't really think it would have made a big difference even if they were playing because the Rockets still are bad. But they did have poor behavior on the loss to the Denver Nuggets on January 1st, and it was against they were mad about Coach Lucas, one of the assistant coaches, Coach Lucas,
That's
and
right.
Steven Silas was a little mad about that, so he made the decision that they both were going to sit out for the game against the Philadelphia 76ers. But that sucks. And what do you think about this whole entire situation?
You know, I don't know what Lucas said, but it's my understanding that they were, I guess, complaining about the effort both of these guys were making.
Yeah.
They gave up a ton of points in the second quarter, so they went into the half. The coaching staff's ticked off. And I get the coach's opinion. It's like, look, it's not about the result, but you have to at least give the effort. It is all about effort. You may not get the result you want with the effort, but you have to give it all.
Yeah.
And let's face it, Kevin Porter Jr. had problems with the Cavs, man. That was the thing. He come to Houston, it was like, oh God, you're getting a head case. He's been good behavior for the most part, but maybe there's some cracks showing, and we'll see what happens. When it comes to Christian Wood, I think we're trading him. I think this only makes my case even stronger that Wood is not a team player. He didn't even want to come in the second half, so he threw the crybaby card out.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
just
yeah.
think it's gonna give the GM even more of an incentive to get some draft picks in return, get some bodies back.
Yeah, I definitely think they're gonna trade him. But I think you can get a lot of good players from him, so I don't think it's a bad thing. And if it's not, you can get draft picks, which you never know, they could
Yeah,
be better than him.
yeah. Worst
But
case, you get draft picks, and you keep this whole young talent and find the right guys to keep, and then maybe eventually bring in some solid veterans to work with them and start winning more games. But right now, I think the Rockets are still literally just trying to go young and get as many draft picks stockpiled so they can stay young, and then they'll build around them. But I don't even think, other than our good rookie Green, I honestly don't think there's anyone else that the Rockets are just like, yes, we have to keep this guy. I think Green's the only untouchable.
yeah,
I really think he's the only untouchable at this
I
point
don't
on the
I
team.
don't think they're gonna I don't think they're gonna trade Porter Jr. because he's still very young. But that's just my opinion. I don't think they are. I think he still has promised him if he keeps his temper in check, but
Yeah, his is strictly a behavior issue. And
he
I forgot
loses
to
his temper.
mention,
He loses his temper a lot, it seems like. So, uh, I mean, obviously, but like, you've had good examples like the Altuve, right? Altuve is on the horrible team for a long time, five
that's
years
right.
with the Astros, but then,
He never
uh,
gave him problems. He just kept hitting,
yeah, he was
So
the only good player on them for 5 years and then he wanted a World Series. So, I mean, you just gotta wait a long time, I guess, and you just gotta be a good
that's
team
correct.
because later, I mean, some teams will be great first season, some teams will be horrible the next season. Like another great example
Yeah,
is the Warriors,
and I
right?
don't want to leave. Green's not the only untouchable. Obviously, the other young guy, Sengun, however you say it, from Turkey, he should be untouchable as well. He's going to get more minutes as he gets more experience, and he's a big guy that should stay on the roster for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And apparently another thing was Wood missed something for COVID-19 mandatory meeting or something like that. So
Well, they have mandatory testing, and I think he showed
mandatory
up late
testing.
for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Didn't get tested. It's just a sign of immaturity. It's a sign of guys don't want to be here, and they're just lashing out. This is their way of being a brat.
Yeah, basically. But overall, they got what they deserved, I guess. Coach Silas,
Yeah.
Coach Silas, and Coach Lucas weren't happy with them, and they just have to. Hopefully, they learned, and if they get their tempers in check, the emotions. I think they'll be good with them, and I think they'll just get back to their playing time. But obviously, they got suspended for a game, but it wasn't a big deal. But I think they'll be back. I don't think they'll be good, but hopefully they still trade Wood. That's what they want, right?
I'm
I think.
I'm all for that. He's not a team player. He doesn't want to be here, so trade him. It's just as simple as that. Bring some guys that want to potentially stay here, see the long-term value, see the long-term success that the organization's trying to
Yeah,
build here. Wood does not want to be a part of it. That's fine. That's his prerogative, but trade him. Don't keep him here.
exactly. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap up the video for us. This video, and we're gonna be back for more videos on this channel. Just continue to watch, like, and subscribe. Comment down below, and if you guys know, the NFL is about to be in last week 18, I think, or 17, something like that, and then they're gonna go into playoffs. So we will not be talking about the Texans gladly because they will not be in the playoffs because they suck. We will be talking about the actual good teams like the Packers and Rams and people like that and teams like that.
We're
So we
going to
will,
give our predictions, and you
yeah,
definitely want to do exactly what we say to make millions. Place your
yeah,
$1 million bets and do exactly what we say, and we'll take a percentage of that.
yeah. So in about 2 weeks, I guess, we will give you guys our Texans, or not Texans, but our NFL predictions for the playoffs. And from them, we may give you guys some vlogs, some things that we do, maybe stuff like a day in the life or something like that. That'd be fun to do, I think. But other than that, any last words?
That's it. It's just growing pains with the Rockets. The Texans, I can care less about. They're 5 years away from even being relevant. Our
Yeah,
Rockets, I think our Rockets will make the playoffs before even the Texans do.
yeah, probably. Well, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and we will be back in the next video. See ya.